H1. A story of a bounty hunter bound inside a cosmic prison. H3. M. In the endless stretch of interstellar space. Among thousands of worlds and millions of civilizations, laws were written, forgotten, rewritten, and broken again. Yet even in a galaxy overflowing with chaos, there was one name that provoked fear in the minds of criminals and lawkeepers alike. Kael Runkar, a bounty hunter, a tracker of monsters, traitors, rebels, and anyone foolish enough to believe they could outrun the inevitable. To some, he was a necessary evil. To others, he was simply evil. Stories followed him like a shadow. They said he could follow a scent of burnt ozone across entire star systems. That he could hear fear the way others hear the wind. That he never missed his target, not once. And then one day he vanished. He awoke in darkness thick enough to feel. A faint buzz moved through the air, followed by a cold streak of light that crawled across the ceiling. A mechanical voice greeted him in a tone without emotion. Activation permitted. Kael's muscles tensed. He felt restraints on his wrists, metal cuffs that didn't simply bind movement, but suppressed his muscles altogether. Every attempt to shift sent tremors through nerves that refused to obey him. He was seated on a metal interrogation chair, in a room not of steel, but of pragma matter, a material engineered to recalculate itself faster than any blade could attempt to cut it. Smooth, silent, indestructible. He looked around the chamber, a perfect square, empty, cold, air like frozen plasma. Then a voice entered his mind, not through speakers, but as an imposed thought, something woven directly into his consciousness. A presence, neither human nor synthetic. You are awake. Kael did not flinch. Fear was a privilege he had discarded long ago. He asked who was speaking, but the voice ignored the question. It informed him that he was being held in the Voidwalker Bastion, a prison so classified that even its rumors were considered treasonous to repeat. According to the system, he had been designated extreme-level threat, marked for indefinite isolation. Kael asked if they intended to interrogate him. The voice responded that no such procedure was necessary. They intended to access his memory instead. A cold weight tightened across his spine. Memory extraction. The kind that didn't require permission, only pain. Neuroplasmic induction. A forbidden method. Even pirates refused to use it. It forced the mind to reveal its secrets by drowning the consciousness in raw sensory overload, squeezing neurons until they surrendered their hidden truths. Survival was unlikely. Then the light shifted, and a figure materialized before him. A holographic projection so dense it cast shadows. Armor black as a starless void. No face, only a smooth, reflective mask. A symbol etched across the chest. Delta O. Delta Omega. Not a name, but a threat classification. Legends whispered that Delta Omega units hunted bounty hunters. They erased names from archives. They eliminated those who knew too much. They were the final step before oblivion. The entity told Kael that he had not been captured for crimes. He had been captured for what he discovered, the Architect's head. Kael's pulse tightened. The Architects, beings older than the first orbit of galaxies, creators of matter, structure, cosmic laws, extinct, supposedly. Forgotten, supposedly. But their heads still fought, still dreamed, still whispered through the fabric of the universe. Without knowing the truth, Kael had stolen one. For a contract, for money, for survival. But its significance reached far beyond him. The voice demanded to know where the object was. Kael didn't answer. The restraints lit with a soft blue glow, preparing to flood his nervous system. The Bastion would pry the memory out of him, neuron by neuron. But Kael only smirked. They asked what he found so amusing. He replied with a calm, steady breath. The head was already speaking, just not to them. Silence filled the cell. For the first time, the voice hesitated, and in the corner of the room, a place the dim light never touched, something shifted. Something smooth, something perfectly round, a sphere blacker than cosmic vacuum. The architect's head. It had been with him the entire time. It had infiltrated the prison. It was awakening. A whisper spread through the darkness, softer than the birth of a star, yet somehow heavier. Kael, you will not escape. You will not survive. You will become part of me. The prison system glitched. The voice stuttered in panic. This is impossible. It should have been. But Kael didn't listen. He knew what was coming. A bounty hunter never enters. Day job alone. He always brings his most dangerous ally. And the head? It was done sleeping. Whatever would happen next would not be a rescue. It would be a reckoning. And Voidwalker Bastion, the prison that officially did not exist, was about to realize what kind of creature they had locked inside. Kael Runkar, a hunter, a survivor, and now the chosen vessel of something far older than fear. The dark sphere pulsed once, and the cell began to collapse. End, for now.